So this guy is plotting a $900 billion heist from one of the world's largest tech companies. But let's back up for a second. So this quiet, unassuming engineer was one of thousands employed by Google, but it was all a facade. He was secretly planning to steal the technology behind Google's $900 billion tensor processing units. Hi, I'm Alvin Naidu, owner of Justec Brand Protection, helping creators and online sellers protect their brands and content online. So this engineer was Lin Wei Ding, a Chinese national and software developer who joined Google in 2019. He worked his way up to level 4 software engineer, but for reasons still unclear, he was given access to some of Google's most sensitive intellectual property. In June 2022, Ding was approached by a Chinese company called Rongshu and offered the role of CTO. Most people would resign and move on. He didn't. Instead, he decided to commit the ultimate heist, stealing the blueprints to what investigators called Google's crown jewel, the tensor processing unit. So he couldn't just download the files, as this would trigger Google's loss prevention systems. So he did something far more tedious. Every day, he manually copied the contents of these confidential files into Apple Notes, converted them into PDFs, and uploaded them to his personal Google Drive. Eventually, he realized that if Rongshu was going to succeed, they'd need funding. So he had to leave the US and travel to China. Whilst he was there, he positioned himself as one of only 10 people in the world with access to this technology. Either out of greed or to avoid raising suspicion, he didn't resign from Google. Instead, he convinced another Google employee to scan his employee ID badge every single day for 5 months, making it appear as though he was still working. That meant he continued collecting his roughly $20,000 a month salary while simultaneously trying to commercialize Google's stolen tech. And like so many stories like this, his downfall came from his own hubris. In December 2023, Ding made a very public presentation at an investor conference in China. At the same time, he was still exfiltrating data from Google. When he returned to the US, Google investigators were alerted to the presentation and his suspicious behavior. That triggered an FBI investigation and interrogation. The very next day, he booked a one-way ticket to Beijing. He didn't make it. The FBI executed a search warrant on his California home, and he was barred from leaving the United States. March 2024, Ding was arrested. Investigators determined he had stolen over 2,000 pages of highly confidential data. And on January 29, 2026, he was convicted of economic espionage and theft of trade secrets. So, here's the question. Do you think if he had kept a lower profile, he would have gotten away with it? Comment below. And if you're tired of counterfeiters profiting from your hard-earned work while hiding behind fake domains and aliases, contact us at Justec Brand Protection. And if you like content about true cybercrimes, like and subscribe, because staying informed is the best way of staying protected.